Peace and blessings, family. I'm your brother in the struggle, Alif. Today I would like to share with you something that caught my attention early this morning. Basically, I was listening to the Steve Harvey show, somebody I respect, he has his pros and cons like all of us, but on his show in Philadelphia, WDAS FM 105.3, I believe. Is that 105.3? I think it is. His nephew Tommy does a little skit. Basically, it's like a little joke that he does. He'll call somebody and act like he's somebody else, and they'll record it and basically play it over the radio as a practical joke. But like anybody, I like to laugh. I even have my light moments where I do my own little jokes. But one of the things that I learned from the messenger teachers in our lessons in 36 Laws of Islam, the messenger teaches us in 36 Laws of Islam number 2, he said to us, too much joking is no good. Like, it's okay to joke, but he prefixed it with too much. Too much joking is no good. You know how you have a homie or somebody, and it's like, they joke, but it's like too much. I remember when I was watching Paid in Full, and they were saying how Alpo, they had a scene in there where Alpo smashed the cake in his homie's face on his birthday, and it really went past me. I caught the scene, but I was just really watching the movie. But then years later, I seen in real life the actual guy with the real life Alpo, at his birthday party. The brother, he cleaning him up, sitting in the chair. Everybody giving his props, whatever. Looked like a real serious dude, good dude, OG, whatever, street dude. And Alpo came to him and took his birthday cake and smashed it all in his face. And he was shocked, and the people around him was shocked. But Alpo was cracking up, laughing, looking at it as a joke. And it's like, it reminds me of the messenger lesson. Too much joking is no good. It's like if it was my birthday and my homie smashed the cake in my face, the good side of me would have got up and beat him half to death. The Ace Money side of me might have shot him in front of my whole family. So you can't play with everybody. You could have a little joke or whatever, but you got to be careful with your jokes. Because sometimes jokes cross into disrespect. Your joke can cross into consequences that you can't come back from. You may be playing a joke. Like, I'm listening to Tommy on the radio, and he had jokes that had me laugh, good jokes, but then some of them end into the dark side where he'll call somebody up, act like he's somebody else. Like this morning, he did a thing where he called the guy up, and he basically had in the background the airport. You could hear the speaker, the PA system, the public announcement system at the airport, and he basically calling this brother up, telling him that him and his wife is leaving. And he's like, what you mean? He's like, look, Holmes, me and your wife been having an affair, and we decided, that she gonna be with me, and she's basically leaving you. And you could hear the guy's devastation. Like, you could tell he really loved his wife. He got emotional. He started crying, and he wasn't crying like a little punk or nothing. He was crying like he was hurt. And Tommy talking serious, and he like, where's my, she's like, she's right here. And his wife came in on the joke. Why don't you go around? His wife came in on the joke, and she actually confirmed what Tommy said, like, yeah, I'm leaving you type thing. And he was really devastated. And it's like, you never know what a person to do. You know what I mean? You know, with his, you know, psychologically, some people fight and some people take flight. You know what I mean? But you know, something like that, that man could hang the phone up and blow his brains out. That man can hang the phone up and kill his whole family. That man can be talking on the phone and be so, he can have high blood pressure. He could stroke out and die. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful with jokes like that. You know what I mean? Playing around all the time. It's like, you know what I mean, it get into muddy waters. You know what I mean? You get into a situation like the little boy who cried wolf. You know what I mean? So, you know, the person may be serious about something one day, and in the back of the mind, the person like, oh, this person jokes around like that. So they like, yo, you know what I mean? Say your wife call you or your daughter or whatever, and they call you and they like, you know what I mean, I got carjacked. You know what I mean? They said if you don't do this, that, and the other, they gonna kill me. And you thinking they playing, and you be like, well, tell them to kill you then. And you hang the phone up. You know what I mean? And your family member get killed. You know what I mean? So the messenger told us in 36 Laws of Islam, number 2, too much joking is no good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like joking, humor, smiling, all that's fine and dandy, but you know, too much of that could be a dangerous thing. You know what I mean? You can unintentionally cause a serious situation. You know what I mean? So for all due respect and all love and support for the Steve Harvey Show, Steve Harvey Nation, nephew Tommy, funny dude, you know what I mean? You know, you come out PA, I want to come see you, I support you, support black business, but I want Tommy to know, you know what I mean, from the bottom of my heart, man, be careful with your jokes, you know what I mean? Stop playing so much before it get real with you, you know what I mean? Somebody get hurt because of your jokes. You got to be careful with that stuff. Peace and love, brother.